Good day once again, friendly viewers. This is a slightly reluctant video really, because I was kind of waiting for the manga this week, because I knew it was Golden Week last week, but the chapter came out on the weekend, so I thought that was the chapter for last week and then we were going to get this week's chapter, but for some reason it's not coming out, but I keep looking for release dates. I don't know, I'm confused. So this video I'm going to review last week's manga chapter and this week's anime, Naruto anime episode. So, yes. Naruto 584, yeah, 584. We see a bit more of Kabuto and Orochimaru. I can never say his bloody name! Yeah, him, Snake Man. So it's more about them basically, and okay. Let me try this. Okay, Orochimaru. Yeah, that's right, isn't it? Yeah, whatever. Yeah. So he explains to Kabuto why his mother. Oh my gosh. His mother did not recognise him, and I was kind of disappointed. I mean, it sounds kind of cool, like how they were sending her photos, and as the years progressed, they changed the photo so that in the end it was a different person with a massive nose. I mean, that nose was like, you could hold it in your hand, and I kind of like, yeah, okay, it's a cool concept, but I kind of think that Kishimoto missed a trick there. I really like the idea, from what I got from the last chapter, the week before, was that the reason Mother didn't recognise Kabuto was she did recognise him, but it was more about, you know, like the shinobi way of life and how that they have to stick to their mission, whatever the case. They have to shout out their emotions. And I thought, because she was undercover pretending to be a citizen of that village, I thought she attacked Kabuto, you know, because she couldn't do anything else. She had to attack it to blow her. It would have blown her cover if she didn't attack him. So I thought that was really cool. And then this chapter comes out and says, no, there's nothing to do with. There's no deep, you know, underlying, you know, theme here. It's just we send her pictures and stuff, and like, yeah, it's cool, but I think it could have been more meaningful or deeper. The meaning could have been deeper. That was my little problem with this chapter. Well, I guess the slow brainwashing thing makes sense, because they kind of needed a reason for Kabuto to betray the Root and also somehow kill, or the Root needed to get rid of both Kabuto and Mother. So I guess it makes sense. And it, like, they needed a reason for Kabuto to join Orochimaru. So I'm okay with it. It was cool, but like I felt like it wasn't as deep as it could be. So my initial reaction was that it wasn't. So it goes on, and Orochimaru starts like telling Kabuto all this stuff, and then it was pretty cool. Like Kabuto just goes raw, and then he starts like absolutely wrecking Orochimaru's shit. Like he goes straight in and like shot, and then like cuts his neck open, and then he's like shouting and stabbing, and I don't know who he's talking to, but yeah, he's like and then Orochimaru comes reborn out of his mouth, not Kabuto's mouth, Orochimaru's mouth, obviously. He talks to Kabuto. Kabuto decides to join him. He wants to make the Sound Village, and then he wants like information from Akatsuki, and Kabuto is the one that's due to do that through Sasori. We all know the rest basically. And then there was I think it was page 14 ? Yeah, where one of the pages where Kabuto and Orochimaru are looking at each other, and it's like the shot is like a Steven Spielberg shot, like through some glass or through some blood thing. And then you see like Kabuto a bit short. This is Kabuto, and there's this Orochimaru a bit shorter, and then it was something, and then again, and then they're both like closer, looking straight at each other in the eyes. A little bit, you know, woo, no homo. There'd be building work. keep drilling while I'm talking. Shut up. That was interesting. But yeah, then Orochimaru's like gone, and then last page we see Kabuto like giving himself like, you know, some shot of this new drug, which was Orochimaru's like blood. So yeah, he was like, oh, it's still not enough. So proper addict we have there on our hands. Yeah, so it was an okay chapter. I'm looking forward to the next chapter because I hope it's either the end of the Kabuto flashback, because I really think that they can't drag this flashback out anymore, because like we now know the rest. We kind of know the rest. I don't want to see him training or becoming what he is now. I want to see Izanami. Like I really, really want to see the bloody fight that we've been waiting for, like for so long. We've been like, oh, or at least I don't know. Maybe they'll go back to like the Kage or something. I don't know. I really want it to get back into the actual action that we were trying to watch or read even. But yeah. Anyways, onto the episode. Naruto episode 261 was incredibly uneventful. It was basically Gaara's speech, which was like is really cool actually. Gaara's speech is good, but it was 20 minutes. Like shit, son. So this episode starts, and it's literally the most retarded scene I've ever seen in an anime. Okay, so it's panning across all the shinobi with their new shinobi foreheads, and it's going across, and they're just sort of standing, and they're literally like birds. They're just standing there going. They're like, I don't know, maybe the animator was hoping that we would think that they were talking amongst themselves, but they're all standing. Like it's ridiculous. There's a guy. There's like a few guys just going like, you know, bloody penguins. So there's a guy who's really tall in the background, sort of just standing like, and then their mouths are synchronized, so their mouths are opening and closing at exactly the same time. It's like it's so shit. Like this, oh, really bad. Anyway, so after this. There's another, just after that, it then looks at this female, you think may say something about, oh, Gaara's going to make a speech to them. She just goes, and it's like, what am I watching? Seriously. But yeah, after that, it then like pans out, and then it has like a rather kind of cool CGI thing, where it like goes, whoa, and then it has like a helicopter shot of like, you know, the 80,000, but it's like done like proper CGI, like 3D CGI. Which I think like when they do it, like in this part, it's fine. There's another part that I'll get to which was done very badly, but so it's like whoa, it's like loads of guys, and yeah, it's again but still, anyways, yeah. So that was cool, and then it goes to and then it looks at like some people having actual conversations, like Hinata and like people like wondering who their captains are or whatever, and it's like, oh, it's that guy, and he's our captain. You know, look at our captain, and the captain's just like, you know, trying to look cool or something. And then Gaara makes a speech about being a Jinchuriki, and the person that saved him, like the only person who was able to save him, was a guy from another village who was obviously Naruto. Shut up! And then he asks the army to help him save his friend, because if his friend gets into the enemy's hands, the world will be over. And then they're all like, yeah, and yeah. So yeah. Then it goes to Toby and Kabuto, and they're trying to assign roles to Deidara, Sasori, Sai's brother, I can never remember his name, and this other geezer that was just there. And Kabuto was basically explaining the Edo Tensei a bit more to Toby, sorry. Then it goes to the Zetsu, and this is the part that I was referring to just a minute ago, about they do the CGI of like all the Zetsu, like, and the Zetsus look a bit weird because they're all sort of just standing in really, they're just standing randomly. So some are like that, some are like that, some are sort of they're just standing like, you know, randomly. And then they look really thin, and they're really thin, like really weird, and yeah. And it goes down, and then it just changes to the normal Naruto animation of like a similar shot of Zetsus that are quite like, you know, built. And the transition looked so shockingly awful. Like, how could the Like, I mean, maybe people don't find it as annoying as I do, but I just don't see how, like, an animation director can look at, like, watch this scene, say, oh yeah, okay, and then this fits. Yeah, nice, fluid. Just, no, not at all. There's nothing there that looks. They didn't even look the same. Like, the Zetsus looked different, and then the way that then it looked at Zetsus, and they were standing next to each other, facing forward, and then. And they were quite, like, you know, separated, whereas in the CGI they were all thin, looking different directions, and all really proper bunched together. So yeah, this episode's kind of shit, but next episode looks good. Next episode does look good because we get fighting after how long? Some stupid flashbacks. Now we get some, like, proper fighting, and it doesn't look bad. Like, the animation looks like it could be, like, passable. I just hate it. I just hate it when the animation is good, but they cut the fighting down. So, like, the fighting will be like, oh, and then they'll stop, and then they'll talk, and then they'll, oh, and then, you know, there's no, like, I'd like there to be fighting for, like, at least a minute solid, like, you know, 1 or 2 minutes solid. That's what I really, really value in an anime. So, yeah, hopefully we get some of that. I mean, it looks like a lot of shit's going to happen, so, yeah. Yes, anyways, thank you for watching this double review, El Doblo. Is that right? No. Double review of the manga and anime. If you like my stuff, then thumbs them up or subscribe. That would be wicked. Oh, thank you very much for 200 subscribers. I passed it. I'm now on like 225, which like blew my mind. I was like, yeah, so that's really, really cool. I'd like to get more, obviously. So yeah, just keep, if you haven't subscribed, then subscribe, and if you have subscribed, make another account and subscribe again. So yeah, okay. All right. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you later.